Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Norton with Status Network in partnership with Creative Community Solutions. I have here Mr. Jasper Watkins, who serves on the Gwinnett County Board of Commissioners. Mr. Watkins, how are you doing this evening?
Just great. How are you? Thank you.
Doing great. Now, tonight was real important because it's talking about how we can stimulate economic growth and development in South Gwinnett, but in this case in Lilburn. Walk through for our audience what's one key theme or takeaway that you hoped people had for tonight.
The key takeaway theme tonight would be that Gwinnett County, we as a county are working with our community partners, the community interest districts, basically to build coalitions so that we can build and redevelop our infrastructure and in certain areas of Gwinnett County. I know we as a county have to work on our land development piece, because you have to understand Gwinnett County was an agro community. It's nothing but a bunch of suburbs with 16 cities. So what we have to do is make sure that when we do our planning development, we have to be smart about it, in that a lot of these old planning areas, now we have to basically do rezonings so that we can accommodate the new businesses that are coming in. The issue with that is you have so many suburbs that are in the areas close to where these community interest districts are, that we have to be very careful because when you look at redevelopment and rezoning, you have to think about the fact that water and sewer has not been in these areas for decades. So we have to bring that back in. And with our partners at the CIDs, it allows us then to get into the community, to go out and go to the companies and show them whereby if they come to Gwinnett County, we can offer them the incentive plans whereby if they build, we can make sure that they have water and sewer, that they have the proper streets, that we have, I call it attainable housing for our workforce, and then centered around them that we can build up our communities with workforce development for the future.
And you shared a lot right there, and I think the underlying theme from just everybody we've spoken to, from the general audience, is making sure that we have the infrastructure
correct
to handle this, because as you've noted previous times, in the next 3 to 5 years, this is going to be a county of 1 million people.
Yes, sir, it will.
And while it's great to talk about the growth and advancement and all these needs, we have to make sure as best as possible, as you stated, we're making sure to keep pace or anticipate that pace of growth.
Great. I try to tell people, think about it this way. Gwinnett County is not Atlanta. We're not Atlanta. So I think some people think we're a big city. We're not, we're a county. We have 16 individual cities. That's like having 16 individual brothers and sisters with the parent owning most of everything. So most of these cities are not going to go any far out. They're going to compact and do more to go up. So it's up to the county to make sure that the land use around these 16 cities will incorporate new businesses, new development, and create a sounder infrastructure. So that as these folks who don't live in most of these cities, they live out in the unincorporated areas, will have the opportunity to be able to flow like ebbs and tides in the city and out the city. So basically that's how we're looking at it now. We're trying to be smarter about our development, and we're trying to be smarter about our collaborative efforts that we make with corporations.
Well, I'll tell you what, you've definitely shared a lot and given people some things to think about to stay informed and stay engaged. Real quick, the best ways for people to stay engaged with you.
The best way to stay engaged with me is when you go onto the Gwinnett County webpage, come to my website, which we all have a page, and sign up for my newsletter. I give a newsletter every month that will tell you everything that's happening in Gwinnett in District 3 and everything that's gonna happen in Gwinnett in District 3. And being former military, you'll find that my newsletter is quantifiable and quantifiable. So you'll get all the weed information up top.
Well, I'll tell you what, Commissioner Watkins, thank you so much for taking time. Continue best wishes with all you're working on.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, my brother.